Hello, welcome to FountainFX on Wednesday the 12th of February 2014. We are looking at the Euro-US dollar as we're going to consistently do every day from here on out. It's one way in which you can become a specialist in a particular currency pair, and it does happen to be the largest currency pair out there. So we're currently looking at the daily because we're looking at trading from a swing trade point of view, and then we can gradually bring it into a lower time frame to give you ideas about how to trade on an intraday basis once you get confident that you're swing trading. If we look here, we've got price moving up, we're in an uptrend, but we need to be aware of the previous area here where price has pushed up into it, gone sideways and then collapsed and pushed down. From this area here, the reason I've got this line in, we've got the 136.60, which is a significant price point, and at that point price fell rapidly. It fell over 100 points and then fell further 50-60 points before it's gradually turned and pushed back up. Well, price is now back into that area again after all the interesting news that came out yesterday from the Federal Chairwoman Yellen. We're now waiting on to see what the Bank of England and the European ECB come out with today. So it is a bit of the silly week in terms of the people that run our economies and that coming up and making statements and causing huge whiplashes in the market. But you can see that there's an area of indecision that's now forming, and that's typically because of the news. They're waiting to see what the sort of fallout is going to be. Yesterday we had news from the US economy, and today we're waiting for news from the European and the British economy. So expect all of this news to actually impact the currencies. Now, from Yellen turned around and said that they are going to continue with their tapering, which is basically printing money to keep the US economy going. And the positive news from that was that the stock market, the US stock market, grew. So everyone's happy because there's money in the economy for people to buy stocks. Typically that would mean that they would be moving money from buying the US dollar into buying stocks, and so therefore you would expect the US dollar to fall. It did more of a whiplash for about 40 points yesterday, and if we quickly go in and have a look at that, we can see that on a 15-minute chart. We can see before the news came out there was a sell-off of the euro, buying of dollars, and then when the news came back out it was a sell-off of dollars, buying euros. Came straight back up into the same area of resistance. So when news comes out you can actually set your levels if you want to, and you can take a reaction from that. So having sold at this point where price came back into the resistance area, you'd have made around about 30 or 40 points profit as price then continued to sell off for the rest of the day. So that's a quick summary of the Euro-US dollar. What's happening today? Well, we've got the Euro open. If we look on this 15-minute chart, we can see what's going to happen. Just to confirm the news, I'm just going to flick over and look at that. You can show at 12:30 Cape Town time and 5:30 Cape Town time. That's when these financial leaders are talking. So that's the pound and the euro. So generally stay out of the market then, because you're going to get whipsaw, but you can, after a while you can actually use the levels that get formed to trade from. But at the moment we're seeing a push up in terms of the price. If I sit here and put a trend line on there, should the trend line get broken, then it's a potential continuation of this downtrend from the 136.75 level. But I'm sort of looking at it more to be supportive because it's broken through this highs of the Asian session. So it's very much given me a clear indication that the Europeans want to buy the euro and sell the US dollar, which I don't think is a bad decision based on this quantitative easing and tapering in the US market. So thank you very much for FountainFX and happy trading.